Hi. I just really felt like filming a video. I'm here at Phil's living room and she's upstairs. And I had some thoughts and I wanted to talk about it. I met my mom yesterday. I didn't mean to. I didn't contact her. I didn't go looking for her. I didn't even know that she was out. She was in jail, in case you don't know or remember. And she's been that way ever since I was a kid. Like, I don't remember her from my childhood. But I met her yesterday because we went to see the house I lived in as a kid with my dad. And just because I wanted to see it. I mean, obviously I've come so far, and it's the kind of thing, it just felt right. And even though the memories of that place aren't nice necessarily, they're still important to who I am. And suddenly this lady comes out the door to smoke. And she just kind of looks at me. And I don't know how she recognized me. I'm not even sure if... Like, I don't think I look like her. But maybe I do. I don't know if I look like my mom or my dad. Because the last time I saw my dad, I was kind of small. I have no idea. But she did, like, obviously she wasn't like, oh, it's Anne. But she did look at me for a long while. Then she asked us if, like, what we were doing there, like, in an aggressive way. Like that woman from Rent that yells at Mark. That's a weird reference. Anyway, and I just went, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. I used to live in this house when I was a child, so I just came to see it. I guess we looked kind of suspicious because we didn't have the keys when we were just looking in the glass door. And she asked for my name. And I told her. And she just went, I'm your mom, kid. And it was so... Like, when you imagine that you see a parent that you haven't really ever known, you imagine it'll be waterworks, and you imagine that they come and look for you, and you imagine that that it's more profound and dramatic than, I'm your mom, kid. And I talked with her. I didn't really know how to feel about it for a long time. And I guess I still really don't. But I wanted to talk about it because now I've like accumulated actual thoughts about it. And the weird thing is, I don't feel bad. I don't feel angry at her. I don't feel, I feel like if this had happened 3 or 4 years ago, I feel like I would be torn up about it. But now I have my own life and I have other people who love me, so I didn't feel like I needed a mom anymore. I didn't have that feeling that I used to have as a child inside of me of wanting a parent, of wanting a mom. So it was extra weird to suddenly get one when I didn't want one anymore or feel the need for one anymore. But yeah, we talked. It was very interesting because I never knew what happened to her. I knew she went to jail, but obviously my father didn't tell me what happened because he wasn't a good father, but also because I was a child. And I never knew her, so I never knew what she was like. And as a kid, you get told that people who go to jail are bad people. And even after I learned that life is not that black and white, I just kind of, I always just had this understanding of the fact that my mom was not a good person. And she told me all this, she told me about her life and about how she ended up where she is. The reason she was locked up is because of a drug offense. She talked about growing up as a not wealthy black woman, and how from the very beginning the entire world seemed to tell her that she couldn't be anything. Like, it didn't matter what she achieved, because if she achieved something, it was just luck, and if she did something bad, it was just what she was destined to do. She told me that she used to be like loud and lively in class, so they would say that she was misbehaving. And when you're a child and people constantly tell you that you're not a good kid, that you're a bad kid, you eventually start to believe it. And if other people are adamant to see you as a bad person, you're not really left with much room to be anything else. And I mean, she equated it with, or connected it in her mind with being black and being poor, and just being, I guess, loud and annoying to adults, especially adults from an area where they don't get paid very much money to take care of these kids, and where there's not enough resources to take care of them properly, you know? And eventually her life just spiraled, I guess. Or that's what she told me. When you're told your entire life that you will never be anything, you eventually end up being just that. And I mean, I still don't feel like I have a mother. She did give me her phone number, but it was kind of in this way where we both knew that it's very possible that I will never talk to her again. And we both, or it seemed to me that we were both fine with that. Um, but she did say that even though it's sort of too late now, and even though she needs to figure out her life herself, and it's still not the right time to even try and be a mom to me. Not that I even necessarily would want that myself. She said that when I was a baby, she did want me. And she wanted to take care of me. Because obviously I sort of assumed, especially with the way my dad has always been, or was, that she just didn't care about me. That she couldn't keep her life together for me because she didn't care about me. But I learned that that's not true. That she did want me, and that I, even though her relationship with my father was a disaster apparently, which is not hard to imagine, I wasn't an accident or a misfortune for them, or her anyway. And it's weird because it doesn't feel like the movies. It doesn't feel like I have finally gotten something that I've always wanted, and that I finally have a mother or whatever. I am actually pretty happy about how my life has gone. I think what happened to me, or has happened to me, is ultimately the best thing that could have happened. Because even though my mother loves me, or loved me, that isn't a guarantee that she could have provided for me in a way that was good for me. Whereas I got to meet Matthew, and I have a relationship with Marilla, who's not exactly like a mother to me, but who is the most important, probably the most important person in my life, in a way a parent would be. And I wouldn't have that if things hadn't gone the way they did. So I don't feel like I've finally gotten something that I really wanted. But it means a lot to me that I was wanted. And I kind of realized something as well. My entire life, before I came to Avonlea, I've been a cast up. And I'm not saying that all of that is because I'm dark skinned or poor. But there are attitudes, obviously, towards me that may not have been there if I didn't look like this. And my entire life really is the product of that. My identity, the things that have happened to me, the things that happened to my parents, and therefore also to me. And not just the things that happened, the way that I've felt about myself as a child. Felt that I wasn't pretty simply because I was black. Not that being conventionally attractive is the most important thing in the world. But when the whole world tells you that you're ugly, it does affect you. Feeling that I was not worth it. That I was not worth being loved by my parents or by other people, whether it was platonically or romantically. That I was not worth success or happiness. And I never thought that way. And I never realized that I felt that way, or that it had something to do with being black. But it does. And I never want another brown kid to feel that way. And I don't know what it will be yet. But I'm going to work my hardest to make sure that it never will. Obviously, I understand I'm just one person and I can't do that. But by trying, I can help someone. So we're so worth it. And if the world doesn't tell us that, I will. I never want another kid to feel like they're worth it. They're not worth it, worth happiness or living. I never want another kid to grow without a parent because the parent felt like they weren't worth happiness. And in a way, I don't want to sound melodramatic, which is weird because I am me. But it feels like it's really, I don't know if I believe in a God, but it feels like all of this was meant to be the way it happened. Because if I hadn't lost my mother, I wouldn't be where I am. And meeting her again, right now, specifically, has given me a new direction in life. Like, I feel like I know what I want to do now. And I didn't before, and it never really bothered me because, I mean, I have time. But regardless, I don't know what it is yet, but I'm gonna do something. Maybe I will talk to my mother again. And I genuinely hope that she'll be happy. But I'm also very reassured in who I am, in the sense that I don't need her or her approval to be me, to be happy. I've been given so much, and I'm gonna take the things that have been granted to me and use them to give someone else anything that I can. I feel really good. I still feel weird, obviously, and kind of sad, but I also feel like I know that it'll pass, and everything's okay. I'm okay. My life's good, and kind of has a new direction. That's exciting. Anyway, I've talked without a script for a long time now, so and I think I've already said everything that I wanted to, but thank you guys as well, because having you and having this and having someone to talk to also means everything. I'm gonna turn the camera off now, but I met my mom yesterday.